Hey there. Are you worried about your child's future? Do they have trouble focusing in school or making friends? Is your child just too tired to play with other children? Are they in pain most of the day? And are you worried they will never recover? It's so challenging. It's hard enough to be in pain or have medical issues yourself, but when it's your child that's struggling every day, your heart just breaks and you can really feel at a loss, right? Well, I'm Dr. Nithya Eisenheim. I'm a naturopathic doctor and owner of Cedar Rose Naturopathic in Massachusetts, and I'm here to tell you that there is help. I help children and their families every single day with chronic illness who feel maxed out by conventional medicine recover from pain, fatigue, neurological diseases, and mood disturbances to become healthy, vital children who are full of energy through the use of old age medicines combined with the latest research. It's so frustrating when you feel like no one is helping and your child is just getting sicker and sicker. You've been to a million doctors and no one is helping. They just tell you to go get psych or behavioral health, but that's even worse, right? The meds can be worse and cause all kinds of side effects, hallucinations even, hearing loss. You may feel stuck and not know what to do. I understand. You may even feel disconnected from your child and not like them, and I get that as well. It's not your fault. You're not a bad parent. Here's a story about one such child that I've been helping since they were age 2 and now they're age 6 with an autism diagnosis. And his mother says, "My son regressed into autism just after his first birthday. Instead of watching us and laughing with us, he would just stare into space. Our attempts to get his attention with a loving gaze were distressing for him. Even when he was in my arms, he still seemed so far away. In those early days, I longed for just a flicker of eye contact, or a glimmer, or a grin. A few months later, I reached out to Dr. Eisenheim at Cedar Rose Naturopathic for a first consultation. Her combined methods of diet, homeopathy, and herbal medicine over the past few years have been a key factor in helping her son not only become verbal and social, but also loving, confident, and a good friend. He has crossed milestones that his conventional doctors weren't sure he would. We often get compliments from family, friends, doctors, and teachers about his wonderful personality, his happy nature, and his incredible progress. I'm so thankful for Dr. Eisenheim's help, and I can't recommend her enough. So if you've heard enough and you want to stop here, if you're interested in learning more about how I can help, you can schedule a free 15-minute consult at my website and click on the link below. So, unfortunately, our conventional pediatric medical system is just really not equipped to address all these children with complex neurological, immune, behavioral, cognitive issues. It's quite a mouthful, I know. So there can be multiple triggers and multiple causes of these issues. And first, it's important that we find and treat the causes. Common triggers can be illnesses, like a tick-borne illness, or a virus that can trigger an autoimmune response in the brain or nervous system. Consistent social isolation, as in with like a heavy dose of fear, as in the recent pandemic, and then any kind of gut dysbiosis, which means any alteration in the digestive system, whether it's a little bit too much yeast or too much bacteria, it can really cause disruption of the neurotransmitters. And that can lead to inflammation in the brain. There can also be environmental toxin exposure like molds or plastics. And really, many times, it's many things like one plus one. It can be all these things at once. So I'm here to help. I've seen children diagnosed with autism, OCD, ADD, ADHD, anger problems, cyclical vomiting, depression, deep anger, and social anxiety transform from children who are just barely functional or not functional at all into thriving, healthy children who are full of energy, compassion, enthusiasm, and life. They go from being disruptive in the classroom to leaders who can participate and make friends. Or maybe they're only wearing two or three clothing items, or only eating three or five foods. And they go from that to not fussing and not having to spend a whole hour to get dressed and being able to enjoy a wide range of foods. Can relax. The family becomes more harmonious. There's less tension in general in the household. And you don't really feel like you have to walk on eggshells around the child anymore. So here's one parent uh, sharing about her 8-year-old child. She says, I came to you to resolve the sensory stuff. My kid is wearing underwear! Exclamation point, exclamation point. It's a total miracle. I'm not joking. She's wearing many different outfits. I can't count them. When I came to you, it was literally one pair of socks and one pair of underwear. She's still sensitive, but it's workable. So once we've figured out the cause or the causes, and this can take time, then we take the following 8 steps from my complex child healing protocol, not necessarily in this order. So we want to heal the gut. When we heal the gut, we heal the immune system and we get nutrients to vital organs. And when the nutrition is kicking in, everything just can relax and focus and feel better. We want to address inflammation and causes of inflammation like food sensitivities, EMFs, leaky gut, sugar, toxins, etc. We want to calm the nervous system and support and optimize brain and nervous system function. We want to balance the immune system, support the damaged organs and structures. For example, often the liver or even the brain will become damaged or impaired if there's too much Tylenol use or mold exposure, where the brain can get and the lungs can be damaged. We want to work on an emotional reset and addressing safety issues. We want to optimize depuration systems. So those are the systems that help us get rid of waste: lungs, lymph, kidney, liver, skin, etc. And then we want to bring the family together, have some family harmony, family healing. And this all takes time. Children, especially young children, are really good at healing. And they can heal really well and they can heal quickly depending on how much damage has been done. And you might be asking, well, how long does it take? It can take 6 to 12 months to really turn a corner and feel like a new person and a new family, but you can start seeing results in 1 month. At this point, you might be thinking, well, how do we do this? Like, what are we actually doing here? So we want to optimize nutrition, take out the yucky, inflammatory causing foods and replace them with healthy, nutritious, healing foods. We want to replace deficient nutrients to support healthy removal of waste products, while at the same time supporting the damaged systems, maybe an immune system, nervous system, digestive system, for example. And we employ craniosacral therapy and visceral manipulation. And those are 2 different types of manual therapy bodyworks, healing touch modalities that I do in my practice. And they can help to reset the nervous system and provide emotional support and release where a child may have gotten stuck developmentally or emotionally by a trauma or an injury. And this could be physical or it can be emotional or psychological. Botanical medicine and nutraceuticals like antioxidants and B vitamins to heal the digestive system, calm the nervous system, support damaged organs and structures, and reset the nervous system. So we're repeating things over and over with different strategies. And homeopathy to support the inherent healing nature within all children and help reset any body system that is stuck. And this really often provides the most profound and deep healing of all the modalities. And children respond remarkably well to homeopathy. Some of these testimonials from these children that I had worked with, some of them we really just did very basic nutrition and homeopathy and they got better. And here's one last testimonial from a mother with a child that had autism and focus issues. And she says, I consulted Dr. Eisenheim at the suggestion of a therapist to see if we could help my son improve his focus. He's living with autism and has been doing well, building social skills and developing emotional regulation. But he was still struggling with focus. He was so easily distracted that it was hard for him to complete a task without forgetting what he was doing multiple times and getting really, really frustrated. Dr. Eisenheim made up an herbal tincture special for him and suggested a couple of supplements. Now, just over a month later, I'm hearing about the wonderful progress he is making. His teacher told me how he has begun to use his voice in a productive way to start class conversations. His therapist is also impressed with how fast he is learning new social concepts and how well he is coping with frustration. I am impressed with the improvements I am seeing in his daily activities. He is taking a much more active role in bathing, brushing his teeth, choosing his clothes, dressing himself. His independence is one of our goals, and to see him so excited and motivated to take on more of his personal care is really encouraging. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in learning more about how I can help, go ahead and schedule the free 15-minute consult on my website and just click at the link below and we'll get your child and family started on their healing journey. In peace.